Good morning everyone, welcome to Lost Phoenix Gaming, my home of tips, tricks, guides and tunes for Forza Horizon. I'm having a look at the championships and I'm on to Priceless Porsches. High Rollers gets you a Porsche Cayenne. Road Racing S2, so Ambleside Sprint, Horizon Festival Circuit and Elmsden-on-Sea Sprint. Those are your events, and yeah, this is an expensive one, but I think I may have found a cheapy way around this. And you can see there's quite a few cars there. And I'm dropping mine down to all wheels, see what I've got. So there's a lot of cars, a Veneno, Bugatti Chiron, stuff like this. And those are all pretty expensive cars. I think it has to be like over 2.5, 3 million, maybe 4, I don't know, but it's basically multi-million credit cars. And there's a lot I can pick. I've got the Rimac, I've got Veneno, which is quite funky. But the cheap option for this is the Ferrari 250 Testa Rossa, because firstly, it's bloody awesome. Right, I've got my tune here for it, Championship. I've got the share code coming up in a sec. And this car is available on the auction house for less than 1 million credits, for about 900,000 credits, which isn't ideal for new players. But given the alternatives of what you can use for this is definitely the cheapest. So I'm decided to go for this one over the Lambos and over the Bugattis and stuff, purely on the cost. And this is a rocket on wheels. It really is. And I'm going to go into it. You need it on highly skilled, because that's what you need to do. Because otherwise you won't get your championship. You've got quite a lot of cars. There's a lot of sort of like 10 million credit cars kicking around here, you know, and a lot more than that. But with this, I've gone for this because it's a cheapy option, and this is a fast car. This is seriously quick, and I've got traction on, but I've turned stability off, and your mileage might vary on this. It might be wise to actually put stability on, because I've done this and I'm going through all this stuff and I thought, yeah, it's road racing, you know, my normal setup is traction on, stability off. And I got into it and go, no, I'll give it a go, I'll try it. But in hindsight, I would definitely say for this car, for this tune, traction and stability on are both recommended. And I've got a Lego Porsche there. They're overpowered. I actually do think it's unfair that when you do these events, you're racing up against DLC cars. You know, that's part of a Lego pack. Again, something you have to pay real money for. Unless you're driving one of those cars, I don't think they should be in the events, because I do think a lot of them are overpowered. And that Lego Porsche definitely is a lot faster than the normal version. But I've got myself into first, and you can see it's sliding around. I'm scraping the walls. It's not looking good, right? I'm in first. But you can see how fast this stuff's going off, how quick I'm accelerating here. And stability would have definitely made it a little nicer. But that's that out of the way. That's the first event. 20 points on the board. Pretty respectable. And when you're racing against like the Jescos, right, Koenigsegg, which, if you can find them on auction, are selling for like 20 million credits. You know, and I'm picking this thing up for like 900,000 off the auction, and it's absolutely kicking it. So what have we got next? Horizon Festival Circuit, and we've got Elmsden-on-Sea Sprint. I don't fancy doing the circuit, so I'm going to jump over to the Sea Sprint, and it's on white ones on the map that you're after. So I'm going to do a fast travel over, so we're here. We can continue on with this stuff. And I do honestly think that this is the first playlist that a lot of new players are going to see coming out of Steam and stuff. And when you go in and say, oh yeah, high rollers, you need to have these multi-million credit cars and whatnot. Okay, so on the line now. Right, go. And yeah, you look at a lot of these cars. I've got a car here which is less than 1 million credits, and on the auto show, of course, no, on the auction house, of course, but a lot of these cars are like 4, 5, 6, 10 or even 20 when it comes to a Jesco, because that's not available in the auto show. That's available on the seasonal championship a couple of months ago. I think it came in at winter, somewhere around Christmas time. And yeah, that's mad. And I'm basically keeping up with these guys and getting through this stuff in a car like for a 20th of that price on the auction. Although I would definitely say stability control, seriously, because this is a rocket on wheels. It's absolutely monstrous. This Lego Porsche is giving me a bloody nightmare. I do like the Lego stuff. I'm not too keen on the Porsche, admittedly. I do really like the Lego McLaren, the McLaren Senna Lego. That's fun. That's a really nice, well-balanced car. And I've got past them because, you know what, this is my second event and I'm still chasing a first place finish because I've got the circuit, the Horizon Festival circuit. And if I'm going to mess up, I'm going to mess up on the circuits. So at least it gives me a little bit of leeway if I can get first on the last one, which I did. First on this one, which I'm trying to. It gives me a little bit of leeway and boom, into a barrier, right? Braking, what's braking? And I have upgraded all this, like with race brakes, race tyres, all this lot, but because it's so light and it's got so much power behind it, the stability completely takes a hit. You sort of like trying to have a balance between speed and stability, but sometimes you just need to have a rocket on wheels. And yeah, okay, coming around here, don't hit barriers, good. Make sure I do hit the checkpoints. Slow it down a bit, cut in the corner. I can see the finish line. Okay, excellent. Just be a bit careful around here because you've got one corner which is a bit dodgy before you get to a finish line. I don't want to be hitting anything. There you go, that's a bit of a dodgy one. Bounce off a barrier and through the line. First place, job's a good one. Can't go far wrong there. I'll skip all this stuff and we can move on to the third and the final event. And we are going over to the Horizon circuit. Okay, the Horizon Festival circuit, we're here. It's night time. And I'm going to continue on from this. I've got the Ferrari. Let's get loaded in and see how we get on with this. This is going to be loony. This is probably one we don't want the stability on, in all honesty, because you want to be able to throw it around quite tight corners. On the other one, stability on's probably advisable. So let's go past you, the Auto Union. Got the Jesco blocking me. Past the Lambo. Got the Porsche there. And yeah, fourth place. Okay, 3 laps. This is very tight. It's very short. There's the McLaren F1 GT, isn't it, there? In third place behind the Porsche. And past you into the barrier, which is a bit of a trend because you don't have much in the way of runs. It's all bloody corners. And these guys are going around at top speed and I'm trying to catch up with them, but I definitely need to beat this bloody Porsche. Because if this Porsche is ahead of me, I might be in a little bit of trouble when it comes to points. We're on our second lap. Oh, that's drifted way too much. That's bad. But let's see if I can catch up, right? Let's see if I can catch up on this one. Go around here. Carefully does it. Get the speed down under the tunnel as best you can. And let's see if I can cut them up. Oh, into a barrier again. Not good. But I've pulled out in front of this Porsche. Right. Even if I don't get first place now, I'm alright because the Porsche was my sort of real competitor. Give you a bash into a barrier. Right. This is not an example of ideal driving. It genuinely isn't. But means to an end, you know. They're not real people. They don't have feelings. Right? They're only AIs, only bots. Not likely to revolt and turn into Skynet anytime soon. So we're okay. And carefully does it round there, drifty. That's not a bad drift, to be fair, although it has slowed me down a little bit too much. And into a barrier. Yeah, this is where this car's probably not ideal, but it is only the last event. And I've sort of got what I wanted. So Finish line, first place, job's a good one, 60 points on the board. That's a flawless win. And as you can see, when you move on onto the next screen, the Chiron is ahead, so the Porsche was further behind me. So Priceless Porsches are completed. That's your different levels of completion. And for this, you get the Porsche Cayenne, which, let's be honest, it's probably cheaper to buy this on the auction house than it is to buy the car you need to unlock it with. But if you're chasing championship percentages, yeah, go do it. It's a cheap car, this Ferrari, it's very nice. Or if you only want the Cayenne, just go and buy the Cayenne straight off the auction. And that is that, guys. That is everything. If you found this interesting, if you like this stuff, drop a like. And check out some of the other videos I've got. And I'll pop them up now. So check out some of these other videos. And until next time, thank you for watching. Take it easy and happy driving.